Hey, this is Tom at Talon Guitar Works. I'm a licensed repair facility and also an OEM builder in Southwest Florida. I'm in Englewood. That's kind of between Sarasota and Fort Myers. And I want to talk to you today about import guitars and the money you're throwing away, literally. All the necks I'm going to show you have been brought in by customers that got these great deals on Amazon or eBay on these guitars that were going to play just like Stratocasters. Not even close. Now the first thing I see everybody do online checking these necks is they go, oh, the frets were done really nice. Okay, the edges of the frets are great. I'm going to talk to you about the fretboard radiuses on these guitars that make them all no-goes and what the difficulties are with that when the guitar needs to come in for something simple as a fret level undress. The fretboard radius on these guitars is nowhere near consistent. This is a 9.5-inch fretboard radius, but the problem is that in the middle of the neck it starts going between 10 and 9.5. How that happened, I'm not really sure, but it's not right. And some of the things that will happen with this is you go to fret a note down 15th fret, doesn't sound right. You go to bend strings, as soon as you bend them up, they die. This is the problem. You can't put a correctly radiused fret in an incorrectly radiused fretboard and expect good results. It would be like building a house on an unlevel foundation. This next neck is a Bridgecraft. This goes from 12 to 17 inches. 12 up here, down to 17. Wasn't supposed to, and it doesn't do it uniformly. Now I know there are compound radiuses out there. Probably one of the most popular is a 10-inch to 12-inch radius. Those are done very accurately, and the transition makes it easy, so you're not going to have problems with bending notes. This one just wasn't done right. This is a Crescent. This is supposed to be a 9.5-inch radius. When I put the hoop on it to check the radius, it fits on the sides, but not at the top. It's a flat job, is what I call it. They sanded it enough to get the sides a little bit of radius, but the top is flat and it's not uniformly flat because the taper of the neck from up here at the first fret to way down here at the butt is completely different. So they sanded it to get the edges right, but they never finished it to get the center of it at the right height. This next guitar is a Starcaster, and people talk about the fit and finish of the Indonesian Starcasters is great. Once again, got a real smooth edge on it. It's a 16-inch radius, which Fender doesn't make, as far as I know, on those Strat-style guitars. And it's also high on the bass side and low on the treble side, which means whoever sanded it with the radius block held it at an angle the entire time they sanded it. This next guitar neck, this is a Mighty Mite. And a guy bought this online, and it's supposed to be a 12-inch radius. And once again, it is, but it's high on the bass side and low on the treble side. Now at the end of the video, I'm going to show you what you have to do to actually fix this. And it's going to cost some money and it's time consuming. But if you want the guitar to play right, it's what's got to be done. This neck a guy bought off eBay. I built the body for him and he wanted a black neck and he got it for $80 and they sent it to him. And the problem is not only the fretboard radius, but the neck itself is twisted. We mounted this in the guitar, couldn't get the guitar to intonate, had problems with the low side strings almost touching the fretboard and the high side strings being a mile in the air. The only thing that does that is a twisted neck. Now to repair this, it's cost prohibitive. I would have to heat this fretboard off, which means I'm going to lose all the fretboard dots because these plastic dots turn to gummy bears when I put the heating blanket on it. Then I'm going to have to route 2 channels for carbon fiber truss rods, put it in an Erlewine neck brace, wet down the fretboard, twist it, then put those carbon fiber rods in it and get it to hold position, remount the fretboard, put new dots in it, and hope for the best. It's probably going to be right. I've done them before, but for the $80, it's not worth it. Now, he went to eBay and filed a complaint. The manufacturer said he must have twisted it when he got it. eBay sided with him. Word to the wise. Now, what's got to be done to fix a non-uniform fretboard radius? All the frets have to be pulled. Then witness marks have to be put in, these pencil marks, on the center of the fretboard. Then you have to get the correct radiusing block with sandpaper and start sanding. This is going to take you, if it's your first time, over an hour to get this right, depending on how close it was originally. Now, this one was a paddle head a guy ordered online. It's supposed to be 9.5 inches on the radius. I'm going to say that's going to be about an hour's worth of sanding to get that right. Then all of the fret slots have to be cleaned. They have to make sure that they're the correct depth to accept the fret tangs, and then the guitar can be fretted. Watch out what you buy for. If it's a really good deal, it's not. And if you think that the YouTube influencers are doing you a great favor by pushing these guitars on you, they're not. They're doing you a great disservice. A lot of times these guys are paid shills, or they will get a guitar from these manufacturers that has been QC'd to death, and 10% of their guitars come out that are pretty good. The rest of them, no. I've got a buddy who owns a music shop in town. A widow came in with 10 import guitars her late husband owned. Not one of those guitars could be set up. They either had a twisted neck, they had a poorly radiused fretboard, they had a really bad fret job installed, they had a tremolo installed that was well inside the scale length for that guitar, and those guitars just are never going to play well. There's nothing you can do for them. I know guys get this idea, they say, well, I'll replace the pickups and I'll replace the nut and the tuning machines and the bridge, and I'll still have a great guitar. Not so much. Save your money, buy the guitar you want, buy once, cry once. Stop buying all these import guitars that are basically junk. Thanks. This is Tom at Talent Guitar Works. Subscribe to the channel if you like this video, and we'll put some more up later on. Thank you.